There's an ice ring, a wall that holds in the oceans, that God said, in Job 26:10, that he compassed or put a circle around the waters to make a boundary. If so, and according to the Bible, there is a place, that boundary is called the ends of the earth. Amos 9, where it talks about he made his vault of the heavens, and he literally comes down and he says he bound it, or he attached it to the earth. Enoch talks about this, and I have the quote from Enoch where he said God took him and showed him where the vault of heaven came down and met the earth. So I believe when the Bible talks about the ends of the earth, that we're talking about this boundary called Antarctica.
Stuff is amazing, People go down there and all of a sudden everybody decides to, we need an Antarctic treaty. So people pull out of there and they all get into this room that has like a triangle, pyramid looking thing there, and they sign this document, this Antarctic treaty, saying nobody can go back down there except under the express guidelines of this treaty. And then immediately after that, in the same time period, with Operation Deep Freeze in 56 time frame, 57 that time period, they pull out of there, Admiral Byrd dies, NASA's created in 58, DARPA's created in 58, Antarctic Treaty is, I believe, signed in 61, and in 62, you have the United States and Russia sending high-altitude nuclear bombs into the sky. And the United States calls our part in that Operation Fishbowl part of a larger project called Project Dominic. Well, if you look up the name Dominic, what does the name Dominic mean? It means of the Lord. So the United States called their high-altitude nuclear bomb tests Fishbowl of the Lord after coming back from Antarctica.
Johnston Island was the center of launch and experimental activity for the 1962 high-altitude weapon effects testing termed Operation Fishbowl. At the northwestern end of the island was the Thor Launch Complex, joined later by Nike Hercules and Stripey units, plus a second Thor pad. On Operation Fishbowl, nuclear detonations rent the sky 5 times.
Now, if they're trying to avoid a conspiracy, they're not helping with the names.
Additional construction on Johnston Island during this interim, as well as the scheduling of more shots, reflected the value attached to the testing being carried out on Operation Dominic. 3 more high-altitude effects missile events were added to secure data at different heights. Also, 5 more over-ocean airdrops were scheduled, these to take place within the Johnston Island danger area. Besides a second Thor launch pad, the construction included facilities for the launch of XM-33 rockets and Nike Hercules missiles. All remaining launches culminated in detonation at their planned altitudes. First came Checkmate, boosted to altitude by a Sargent-engined XM-33 rocket.
It looks like maybe they found something there in Antarctica, they being the nations that decided, hey, we need a treaty. So therefore, one of the things say, well, okay, what's the motivation? Well, if this is true, that they found something down there that is contrary to the scientism model, the Copernican model, if you will, then they've got a lot of lying to cover up. Why did they all of a sudden, immediately, want to find out what's out there, and at the same time, let's send nuclear bombs into the sky? I'm asking questions. It looks very suspicious to me. And it tells me that if that is true, we're in an enclosed world, and they figured that out, then their motivation is A, to protect themselves, to hide that fact from us because of all the other lies they've been telling us for 500 years, and B, they have no vested interest in the whole world turning to God. So effectively, they would be hiding God.